Welcome to 10-Minute Violin. I'm Miguel Ramirez, and this is the bow hold 10-minute practice video. Remember to watch the bow hold training session before starting this video, and always go back to it if you need to refresh yourself on the details of these exercises. Follow the links below to book an online private lesson with me or John, and as always, please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified every time a new video comes out, and like and share it with your friends. All right, let's get started. So our first exercise is pronation and supination with and without the table. We're going to use our right arm. Let's go to the table, and we'll start with a pronation, and then we'll go to a supination, pronation, supination. And remember that on the pronation, the bones in the forearm are crossed, and supination, they're side by side, crossed, side by side, crossed, side by side, pronation, supination. Okay, we're going to do that in the air now. Pronation, supination, pronation, supination, like pouring out a bottle of water or something. Supination, pronation. Notice that the pronation can go a lot further in the air than it can on the table. So I want you to try to get that whole range. And that's it. Next is thumb bends. Here we go. And so remember, we're simultaneously palpating that dot on the thumb, on the inside corner of the tip of the thumb, and bending the thumb at the same time. So we're working on that thumb bend while simultaneously palpating the tip with the finger. Let's do it a few more times. And that's it. Next, we're going to take that same hooked thumb and do hooked thumb bow lifts. So you know this one. Make sure your thumb is hooked. Raise up. Back down again. Release. All right. A few more of these. Hopefully by this week, you're feeling a little more comfortable with these. And that's it. Next is pencil slides on each finger and the thumb. So we're going to start with the index finger, bend that, and slide the pencil across the marking like I'm doing. Again, here's the marking. Sliding the pencil diagonally across the index finger, and the finger should be wrapped around the pencil. Next, we'll do the middle finger, and it's just at the very top of that marking, and the rest of the marking, remember, is the frog. We'll slide across the top of the ring finger, again, all diagonal, and then the pinky, the inside corner of the tip of the pinky. Again, diagonal. The inside corner of the thumb, the tip of the thumb, and again, it's kind of diagonal there. And remember that thumb is hooked when we're doing this. So we're just working on sliding and feeling all the different places that the stick of the bow contacts the fingers. The next exercise is pencil slides on 4 fingers. And here we go. We're going to put the pencil across diagonally all 4 fingers in those same places. And notice that the fingers, again, like we talked about, are separated a little bit. And also I realized here as I'm doing this, my index finger should be more curled around the pencil there. And I want you to feel, get used to where that feels on each one of those fingers. Okay, so next we're going to do the thumb placement with the still pencil in our same 4 fingers, and we're going to simply put the thumb across from the middle finger. We're going to take that hooked thumb, remember it's a hooked thumb, and it's on the inside corner of the tip of the thumb. Inside corner meaning the corner of the thumb that is closest to the other fingers and the palm of the hand, right where that dot was. We've talked about that a lot. So remember that as you're doing this, keep your thumb curved and always go on the stick across from the middle finger. So again, we're contacting the stick with the thumb across from the middle finger. Next is the pencil slides with 4 fingers and the thumb. So here we go. We have all the fingers now on it, and we're going to slide the pencil back and forth. And you want to try to not move the position of the fingers very much as you're doing this. Back and forth, and I want you to, you could even maybe close your eyes for a little bit just to really feel all those different contact points of the fingers, and the thumb. Next, we're going to practice the pronation and supination with the pencil. Pronation, supination, pronation, supination. Make sure your bow hand form is really good when you're doing this. Pronation, supination. Pronation, notice how the pencil goes downwards. Supination, pronation, supination. One more time, and that's it. Next is pronation with leverage using the pencil. We're going to do this with 3 fingers first, and we're going to simply put now leverage on the hand like this, on the other fingers of the hand. And so this is our pronation with some resistance there in the other hand. So it's with 3 fingers. I want you to put the other 2 fingers down, and we'll use all fingers, but I want you to keep thinking the same type of motion that you did with the 3 fingers. If you need to, we can lift the other fingers again, go back to just the thumb and the 2 fingers there, and then we'll put them back and remember what that feels like. Lift them again if you'd like. Put them back. Pronate, 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 pronate. Next we have pinky push-ups on the pencil. And so you got your pencil with your good bow form, and we're pushing the pinky straight and curved, straight and curved. And what happens is that the tip of the pencil, you could think of that as the tip of the bow, it moves up and down. So keep doing those pinky push-ups. Notice this is not a supination. Don't get this confused with a supination. This is pinky push-ups. My forearm isn't moving. It's just the pinky and the other fingers. Next exercise is the index and ring finger seesaw. And so we're going to pull back and forth between the index and ring finger. Don't worry if your middle finger comes off the pencil a little bit here, it's okay. Notice that the pinky's moving with the ring finger, but again, it's not actually trying to do anything, and the ring finger's doing the work. The pinky's just following. Last but not least, my personal favorite, crab crawl. And we got the crab in his shell. He's going to crawl out of his shell. He goes all the way to the tip, and then he crawls back. Starts to crawl back. It's a lot harder to crawl back, isn't it, Mr. Crab? He's working hard. And he finally made it back to his shell. And check your fingers, see if they're in the right place for your bow grip, and we're going to do this one more time. Okay, we got the crab nicely in his shell, and he's going to start coming out of his shell. Start to crawl out onto the beach. Oh, it's easy to go down the bow. Okay, we got to the tip, and now he needs to crawl back. Oh, much harder. But I'm getting stronger. There we go. It's almost to his shell. Almost. Almost. Ah, there he is, back in his shell, and I think I might have hit the microphone there, but that's okay. And go ahead and check your bow hold. Make sure that the thumb is in the right place where we've talked about it. Make sure that all the fingers are sitting right in the right place. If you end like that, you've done a really good job with the exercise.